Good morning, Peach. Can you please introduce yourself briefly po and yung role ninyo?
I am Christine Campos po. I graduated from Philippine Normal University with a corresponding Bachelor of Science with specialization in biology. And currently, I just finished my third year of teaching po sa private school in Makati sa Fulbright Science School. And then I teach more on science subject ng grade 5, grade 7, and grade 8. And then may advisory class pa ako ng grade 8. And then, meron din po kaming, yung science laboratory, isang science laboratory po namin, is ako rin po nagmamanage. Yun lang po.
Bakit po kayo naging teacher?
I wanted to be a teacher because it's one of my dream ever since na bata po ako. And then, na-amaze lang po ako sa mga teachers ko nung elementary and high school as well kasi ang galing po nilang mag-manage and then, ang galing po nilang turuan kami. Yun po.
What can you say about teacher professionalism in the Philippines? And sa tingin niyo po ba yung teachers ay treated professionally dito sa bansa natin?
Yes, we are treated professionally in all aspects ng po. So, kung may magtatanong sa amin na, what's your job? Yan. So, pag sinabi ng teacher, wow, that's amazing, ganun, ganun po. Pero in reality, we are really underappreciated. So, when it comes to salary, and then sa mga, siguro, yung mga resources and all, yung mga supports with the institution, siguro, minsan hindi namin masyadong nararamdaman. So, yes, we are valued professionally, pero sometimes we are underappreciated po.
How does pedagogical content knowledge help you in teaching the kids and making them understand the lessons?
Pedagogical content knowledge, PCK po.
Mm-mm.
It helps me to teach yung concepts effectively and then um mag-allow din to simplify yung mga difficult ideas and then makakapagbigay examples na mas makaka-relate yung mga students namin. And when it comes to PCK then we can also add the mga methods that are effective for us on how we understand it and also for the learning needs of our students po.
Sir, pinapractice niyo po ba yung reflective teaching? Kung yes po, paano? Or if not, why not po?
Ever since nung college ako, yung mga prop namin, pinpractice namin yung reflective teaching. Other, uh, tawag the topics. So, meron dun, how do you find the topic? Ano yung mas naintindihan mo or and all. Kaya, ako, I promised myself na magturo ako na gusto kong i-practice din yung reflective teaching sa klasiko na. So, pero hindi ko siya nagagamit na parang every topic. So, I use it na at the end of the quarter. Opo,
Oh.
every other quarters. Bibigay lang ako ng mga questions sa kanila, tapos i-evaluate nila yung quarter namin na yun. Opo, yun po.
Do you consider yourself a traditional or contemporary teacher? Ano, yung style or styles of teaching po na ginagamit niyo usually?
Traditional and contemporary teachers. Nung mga first year of teaching ko na magiging idealistic ako, so parang more on nagiging traditional teaching, na parang pen and paper, tapos yung may visual ako, even though is dati gumagamit kami ng mga Manila paper, ngayon hindi naman more on PowerPoint kami. So, may incorporate pa rin ng technology, kaya nagta-transition na rin ako sa contemporary teachers. So, yung mga sumunod kong mga years, yung mga yung second year, third year ko, nagiging contemporary teacher ko. So, yung mga methods na usually na ginagamit ko is that aside from the presentation, dapat may presentation lagi. Sa presentation, may madidiscuss mo po yung topic and also magigive ng examples with visuals since may mga students ng mga visuals. And then mag-add na related na examples sa mga students. And then sometimes yung mga sa activities naman po, nag-incorporate ako ng differentiated instructions. So yung mga students na magagaling maggawa ng mga posters, and then yung mga gagaling gumawa ng mga poems na related sa science, ganun po. So, pinapapili ko po sila sometimes. Pero minsan ako na din nagpipili. Kasi, ina-observes ko rin po sila. Yun po. Opo. Pero sa experiments po.
What are your thoughts on continuing professional development? And ano po yung mga, sa tingin yung benefits and challenges po nito para sa inyo?
Last year lang po ako nag-take ng board and right now is may na ako isang seminars mga classroom about CPD. So yung CPD po is helpful for us na teachers kasi it will help us to upgrade yung mga methods na alam natin, na alam yung na magiging effective sa students natin. And that's the some of the benefits. And then siguro yung one of the challenges siguro is yung paghahanap mismo ng seminars. Saka yung time ng mga teachers since most of the time nasa school kami, kahit nasa school kami, pag uwi namin, magbe-prepare pa kami for tomorrows. So yung one of the challenges is to finding time for to attend ng mga seminars, yung mga for CPD. Pero right now, may marami naman pong online, kaya mas marami kaming options.
Oh, that's
Yun
great.
po.
Do you consider yourself an inclusive and holistic teacher? And paano niyo po nasabi? Or bakit?
I strive to be both po, both holistic and inclusive teachers. So, I tried to adjust po yung mga topics ko sa mga needs ng students. Okay, without compromising po yung content na dapat nilang malaman, your competencies na dapat malaman nila. So, para maging effective din po yung learning is that, um, I need to know. So, dahil small school lang po kami, so yung ibang grade po is ilang years ko nang nahahawakan. So, I know some of yung mga strengths and weaknesses nila. And then, most kilala na rin nila ako. So, alam nilang ano yung ah parang standards, when it comes to standards sa mga projects and all, mga projects. Kasi ako po hindi naman po ako maigpit sa mga deadlines, just make sure na yung ipapasa mo sa akin na kahit late yan is maayos po. Hindi
Mm.
yung ano-ano lang. Opo. Yun po. I try to be inclusive and realistic din para ma-meet ko po yung mga needs din ng student as well as maturuan po sila ng competencies na dapat nilang malaman.
Ano, ang mga challenges ninyo sa role ninyo as a teacher and sa tingin niyo po, paano kaya yun mareresolve, yung mga challenges na yun?
One of the challenges po is siguro yung most of our teachers are, including me po na nag-teach ng multi-grade level. So, yung parang, kasi maliit lang po kami school. So, yung mga grade levels namin is usually dalawang sections lang po. So, hindi po yun sasakto sa 360 hours na intended ng DepEd na pagtuturo ng teachers. So, kaya ang ginagawa ko is nakapagturo kami ng maraming grade levels. As for me, tatlong grade level, first na science yung tinuturuan ko. So, kaya, yun po yung one of the challenge. Siguro, one of our more institutional support, yung support po from our school itself, yung mga yun naman po, benefit naman po. Lahat ng resources naman po is nabibigay sa amin. Okay? Pero hindi pa rin po sapat. Siyempre, kailangan pa rin po namin mag-adapt. Yung mga kailangan namin maging resourceful, kung hindi talaga feasible yung kailangan ng materials, yung maging creative din sa pagdating sa classroom. So, yun one of the challenges for me as a teacher right now. Lack of resources po sometimes, and then yung isa rin po is addressing diverse learners. So, even though po, konti lang talaga sila kasi, like 20 students lang sila. So, hindi mo naman po masyadong lahat matutukan, pero make sure lang na as a teachers, you need yun, makilala yung mga students natin. Yun po. We can do, sometimes we do yung collaboration sa ibang teachers. So sa isang grade level lang po, maraming teachers and subject teachers.
Any advice po dun sa, for those who want to become a teacher or take up a degree in education?
Siguro, my advice to those who want to become a teacher is that kailangan mo talaga yung aside from yung mindfulness na, ano dito? you know the content of you what you're teaching is you have this heart, the heart for to serve, in the heart for shaping young minds, okay, and then also aside from shaping their young minds is that you know how to handle their behaviors, okay, kasi yun din yung one thing na kailangan mo is address yung mga behaviors na hindi maganda, na ganito, tama, mali, even, pero kasama naman po namin yung, ay, one, das maintindihan ng mga students mo na, wala ako. So,
Okay lang.
yun. And then also, other advice po, so to those who want to become a teacher is, eh, you have to have this patience, yung long patience po talaga. And then, always be open to learning. Okay? Kasi as a teachers, we are lifelong learners. So, yun. Learning never stops. Yun po.
Thank you, Teach. Sa pagtuturo, ano sa tingin mo yung kailangan
Mm.
pang mabago sa sistema natin para maging mas effective yung mga teachers?
Right now, we are changing po the curriculum. So, yung sa curriculum siguro, mahirap mag-adjust na naman. So, yung mga students din namin, na-observe namin dahil um, sa bagong curriculum, yung grade 1, 4, and 7 na matatag curriculum, is sila din nahihirapan sa pag-adapt kasi we confront to this system na for years. So, yung inaral din namin is anchored dun sa curriculum na yun. Tapos nga, last year, ay this recent curriculum is may bago na namang curriculum. So, hindi naman siya nalalayo sa dating curriculum. Pero, um, maraming nabago, maraming nawala, maraming nadagdag. Kaya yun, nahirapan din kami to adjust then. Pero since we are teachers and we need to be adaptive, so we tried very hard po to collaborate sa mga professionals din and then sa mga co-teachers namin and then yung mas nakakaalam talaga. Siguro yun.
Paano po kayo nagiging agent of change po sa estudyante, sa school, and sa society rin po as a teacher?
Mm. As teachers, we become agents of change in a way that we not just po teaching the content knowledge. So yung content knowledge po is we make sure na the students can use it as sa pagtapos nila sa school nila. So magagamit nila yun sa pang-araw-araw, like yung mga science concepts, so how can they understand the things around them, and then as well as yung mga math concepts, so every all around us merong math, merong science, may English, and as well as yung English kasi we use it every day, yung mga languages and Filipino as well as Filipino. So, kasi sa school po namin is their first language is English. So, sometimes nahihirapan po talaga sila sa Filipino. And then kasama din po yung sa AP. So, they need to know the history of the Philippines. Aside from the Philippines, pwedeng may guess din po sila ng mga history ng ibang country, so that yung mga, they are aware around us, yung mga countries and all, as well as, aside from the Philippines. And then sa other subjects, yung mga TLE, doon sila tinuturuan ng mga gawaing bahay din po, aside from mismong ginagawa nila sa bahay nila. And all other subjects, yun din po. So we become agent of social change, social transformations, if we try to incorporate real life examples po dun sa lessons namin.
Thank you, Teach. Happy Labor Day.